Hey guys, it's your boy Dion Wizard Think here.
Oh man,
Right
you
now,
go
I
on.
want
I'm sorry.
Enthusiasm in that. That's such enthusiasm.
this is your boy Dion Wizard Think here. I'm with the
Okay,
Descendants.
You stop interrupting him.
Yeah, you know, shut up. And right now we about to review the. No, let me start this shit over.
Damn it, this can't be happening.
Fine. I'll do it myself. In time, you will know what it's like to lose.
Cut that bitch off! Next caller!
This is not a good film. Thanos is not a great villain.
Cut that bitch off!
Hey guys, it's your boy Dion Wizard Thinking here, and right now I'm with the crew, the Descendants, and we are about to react to. We are about to review.
Reacted, huh?
Listen, man, I'm so used to saying it. We're about to do a review on Avengers Infinity War.
Yeah, because that's that'd be how to get a copyright strike 101.
Exactly. Anyway, I'm Humanoid Freak, just some dude.
Wow.
I'm Chance Glenn, also a dude.
Now, right now, we about to talk about this shit because this is wild. From the very beginning, my favorite scene in that movie was Hulk versus Thanos. Now that shit was crazy. He was whooping Hulk's ass. At first, I thought like Hulk was going, he got a little few hits in, but then that's when Thanos just started overcoming and shit. I'm like, oh, and then my mans had to go teleport all the way back to Earth just to warn everybody. Like that's how you know like that movie was deep. Like it was going to be
flat out Loki dies right away.
Yeah.
So I'd like to present my opening statement with fuck.
Go ahead, counselor.
Fuck Infinity War. Fuck this movie. I didn't come in expect this movie was supposed to be fun and hype. I didn't come in to
said it was gonna be fun.
Right? I didn't come in for feels, man. I didn't come in for them to rip my heart out right at the end of the movie. Oh, also spoilers.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen the movie, we should probably put a
we're doing spoilers.
Yeah.
You know we're doing spoilers.
I'm gonna skip right to the end. I know we should probably do this in chronological order.
Nope.
I'm skipping right to the end. These people took my Spider-Man away from me.
Yeah.
It's like, bruh, I was like, grown men were crying in my theater when Spider-Man died.
So that was too much, man. Like
people was crying right
as soon as he hugged Tony Stark.
Oh God! I had to turn. I couldn't look. I turned away from the screen.
Oh.
And as soon as he hugged him, every man started stopping, and then he said those words, "I don't want to go," and I just broke off.
How hard we had to fight to get Spider-Man in the MCU too? They did that on purpose.
Yeah.
You know he's coming back. They're gonna bring
I know that, but still. Yeah, this movie was really good. It's definitely now a lot of people are saying that this is. I'm sure you two as well are saying that this is the best superhero movie ever. I can't quite give it that. I'll talk more about that later, but this is definitely...
You're not going to go off like Jody's Corner, are you?
This is not a good film.
No, this was a great movie. Like, so if anybody comes to comments like,
what? You don't think this was the best superhero movie ever? What?
Like, relax. I love the movie, and I'm gonna see it again and again.
Hey, man, as long as you don't go out like Jody's Corner, man.
Thanos in this film is not given any depth at all. It is absolutely a travesty. Thanos is an empty shell.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
So listen, that man was bashing the hell out the Avengers Infinity War. Like, it was so disrespectful. Like, he didn't like nothing but the intro. That was it.
He wanted it to be just like the comic books. Is what he wanted.
Oh, yeah, wow. look, people got to get over the fact that these movies are adaptations, and they're gonna do their own thing, and it's not gonna be exact. Like, name me one superhero movie that's exactly like the comics. You know, I'll wait.
I do. I
Right.
don't even know.
But let's get back on track. I was talking about some of the stuff I loved in Infinity War. First, the most obvious thing was just the scale, because this is what we have been.
Breathe, man. It's like
Right.
it's nonstop action. They just got
Yeah.
you by the balls.
This is what we were building towards ever since the first Avengers movie. You know, and we saw that end credit scene with Thanos and his little shit-eating grin, and we were building to this movie the entire time, and it did not disappoint.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
really
especially
good.
Thanos getting character development of all things. I was not
Yeah.
expecting that.
I really wasn't. I wasn't expecting like his relationship with Gamora to be.
That's serious. Like,
It was like him crying because he.
Now
Yeah.
I
That's
feel
killer.
like, I don't know. Me personally, I feel like it was slightly forced, but it was still really good.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I guess
It showed that Thanos had like a heart, like, because not a
Yeah.
lot of villains in the Marvel universe have heart. Like they just go out and kill. Like Killmonger, he was good. He was a good villain, and he had his motive. The like, I want to take over the throne and da da da. But Thanos too. Like he has his motive. He believes what he's doing is right, and he's showing like killing people is like showing mercy to him. I don't know why that's like that, but why he's like that. But he's
Because in his
just
mind, that's what he thinks.
See,
But-
there's a DC villain who's very much like that, but on a much smaller scale. It's Ra's al Ghul, because his thing is, the world is out of balance. People are polluting the environment and causing animals to go extinct. So by killing a bunch of people and limiting, the human population, he feels like he's saving the world. And Thanos is the same way on the Marvel side, obviously on a much larger scale. And of course, they do a good job of explaining his motivations when we go to Titan and, seeing what happened there and why he sees the universe the way he does and why he feels like he needs to balance it out. So they did a really good job with Thanos' character. I'll say that. I was just expecting him to show up, kick a lot of ass, talk shit to them the entire time. I wasn't
Just kick
expecting.
ass.
Right. I wasn't expecting the amount of effort that they actually put into his character.
What's the actor's name that plays Thanos? Josh Brolin, James Brolin.
Yeah, Josh
possible.
Brolin.
He did an amazing job, though. He just did an amazing job. Like, to be terrifying and then have an emotional side to him. Goddamn.
And just seeing him in this journey, picking up the Infinity Gems, like it's just wild too. And when he does have it just gets his character gets even better. Like the fact that he started throwing illusions at people, like breaking like the heroes, like especially Star-Lord, like even though he like
fucked Star-Lord. He just
like he
fucked
really
him.
fucked Star-Lord.
Oh, don't get me started on Star-Lord.
Get started. Let's hear this.
Okay,
he
because
really got under his skin, like.
I've been talking to people about this, not you guys and, family members and other friends. We're trying. In fact, we should have, in the comments, let us know, those of you who see the movie, let us know who fucked up the hardest. Because obviously there's Star-Lord, but I also think Doctor Strange needs to be in there.
No, man. Doctor Strange didn't do anything wrong. He flat out said,
Obviously, Star-Lord fucked up because they had him. They could have gotten the gauntlet off, and then he just lost his shit, and then, But Doctor Strange could have stopped that from happening.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. He flat out said before it all happened, he was like, I went into the future.
I understand that he said that, and I understand
only one
that
time we win.
I understand that, but I find it hard to believe that a timeline where they get the gauntlet off Thanos and get the Infinity Stones away from him, that they lose.
But that's been one of the futures that he saw. Like,
I find it hard. I find that hard to believe that they would still lose, but that's just movie.
Yeah, I agree with Chance because like that both of them like really fucked that John up. Like I'm like, what the hell, Starlight? Don't let that get in your head. Like this boy started hitting him with a freaking pistol. Like what is that going to do? The amount of brute force that this man has, Thanos has. What is three pistol whips going to do?
Nothing.
And then like this, like they almost had the glove off his arm, like off his hand, like.
They were this close. They were that
Like
close.
Spider-Man just had it. Like Spider-Man just had it too. Like
plus, if you're gonna use the argument that the only situation where they win is if he gives him the time stone, why didn't he just give him the time stone in the beginning? What was the point of even fighting if there was no chance to begin with?
I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know.
Doctor Strange fucked up. Plain and simple.
I say more Star-Lord fucked up.
Well, obviously.
What'd you do to Gamora?
But it was kind of sad seeing Gamora die though. The way how Thanos sacrificed. It was like a really heartfelt moment for Thanos.
Yo, at least Gamora got a good death. Unlike my boy Vision.
I don't think that was a good death. It was sacrificed by him. Like,
let's talk about Vision for a moment.
I don't think she would think that was a good death. It's not like she sacrificed herself for the greater good. Her pseudo dad threw her off a cliff. How's that a good death?
No, it doesn't smell right.
No. As soon as Red Skull popped up on the screen, I was like, "Oh shit!" Like,
yeah.
I was still alive. Like,
I was like, "Oh, so that's where he's been."
I thought he died. I thought he got blasted into.
Well, it's a space stone, so I figured that it would take him somewhere.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that though. But then
he
gets giant Peter Dinklage. That came out of nowhere.
Yeah. 20 foot tall Peter Dinklage. Never thought I'd see that.
But it was nice the way how Thor got his hammer though.
Yeah, like, Thor was OP as shit.
That's what I wanted to see.
Like this is like honestly, like I didn't like Thor a lot in the way. No, I liked Thor, but I didn't like the way they presented him early on in the MCU.
Oh yeah, the movie.
But I feel like from Ragnarok forward, they've made Thor feel strong.
Because he's been through a lot. Because he finally figured out he's what he is. It's like,
but it's kind of funny how in Ragnarok the whole thing was him figuring out that the power wasn't in the hammer, the power was in him all along. And then in the very next movie, he gets a new hammer and gets power.
Like what?
Like all the lessons he learned from that movie just got thrown out real quick. Nope, need a new hammer.
Pretty much.
But so I just want to talk about a few small things that I didn't like about the movie. Right. So, first off, the power scaling in the movie seemed a bit inconsistent to me.
The what?
Power scaling. So, it's like this. Like, in the fight scene between Vision and Wanda versus, two of Thanos' children or his cronies.
Yeah, Scotland.
Right, in Scotland. Now, Vision and Wanda are two of the most powerful members of the Avengers. Wanda, arguably at times the most powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they were just throwing them around, kicking their behinds, making them look like chumps. Then Cap, not Scarlet Trans, Black Widow, Falcon just come in and not only beat them, but make it look easy. Like that kind of threw me for a loop. And I'm like, And then there are times where, some of the regular heroes, some of the non-superpower heroes kind of take punches from Thanos. And I feel like if you take a punch from Thanos, that should just shatter every bone in your body and, basically atomize you.
Pretty much, yeah.
So, I mean, so the little things like that. What else was I feel like Thor. I feel like Thor wasn't quite serious enough for somebody who had just basically had his entire race wiped out.
But you know, it's Marvel. They gotta.
I know it's Marvel, but like, I feel like that's one of those times where Thor should have just been serious, all business. But I did like how, you know, he was definitely a little off, you know. You know, he seemed like he was a little crazy after what happened. I think that was, I thought that was good because, you know, with everything that happened, that makes a lot of sense.
Yo, whatever happened to Valkyrie? They didn't show her at all. It's like,
yeah,
where'd she go?
She dead? Did they just?
No, she's not. She wasn't in the scene where they showed the bodies.
But
yes, they probably escaped somehow.
I mean,
They
what
had.
if she just died off screen?
Oh, that would be wrong. Because she was a really good character.
Right. They introduced her in Ragnarok and then just
Only
killed
to
her
her
off
to die.
screen. Well, you know what they say
Hey, my
about the...
man's, what's his name? Corn?
Stop it. Get some help.
What was his name?
Who?
I forgot the boy name. The rock guy that looked like the thing.
That dude.
Oh, I
Yeah.
forget his name too.
Well, he was in the pile of bodies, wasn't he?
Was he?
I don't know if I did not.
Okay,
This
so
is why I'm gonna watch a movie twice before we do.
I really want to see that movie again, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely seeing it again soon.
So yeah,
Well,
I just gotta talk about. You know what? I just gotta talk about Vision. That Vision thing.
Oh God, Vision got it the worst.
It's like, how the fuck? Okay, Scarlet Witch blows them the fuck up to do what she needs to do, only for the Thanos come in, bring him back to life, only to smash the motherfucker's head and kill him off a second time. Vision got no love. That is
he got his butt kicked throughout the entire movie and
Yeah,
then
I know
got killed
Vision
twice.
He did my man dirty.
Got nothing.
Yeah, Drax didn't really do much either, though.
He just stood there for an hour, silent, eating peanuts.
Like, sometimes I even forget that he was there in the fight with Thanos on Titan.
Yeah, Rocket
He didn't do shit though. He didn't do shit on Titan, like.
Yeah, but that's one of the things, because you had so many characters and it's hard to give everybody something, and for the most part they did a great job with it, because it was one of the things, you know, I think most people were worried about. It's like, how are you going to fit all of these characters together and make them all feel relevant? And
you know what's really useless?
Oh,
Mantis.
Well, come on, what do you expect her to do?
It's like, she doesn't do anything. She just does like check your brain. You know.
I mean, she was almost the MVP. I mean,
exactly, but other than that, she doesn't do anything else.
Yeah, well, her skill set is not built towards combat, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Half the people died.
I was expecting Captain to die. I was expecting.
We were all expecting Cap to die.
None of the people I was expecting to die died. Well, except Vision, but he died twice, so I don't know if that counts.
Like, can you get the worst of it?
It's terrible, man. But yeah, though,
I was
the reason why I thought
to die. I was expecting Cap to die.
Yo, what happened to Black Panther's sister? Did she die? Did she go through the window or what?
She was. I think she was just unconscious.
Yeah, because you don't see her after that. It's like, yeah.
I mean, she might have gotten you know, erased.
Oh, well, we didn't see that.
Sad too when Black Panther disappeared, and then
yeah,
at first
the black superhero.
People was, what was so sad too was because people was clapping when Wakanda finally popped up. Like they was like, "Oh snap, Black Panther!" Da da da. And then that's when at the end, people was like, "Oh!" Like people was screaming like, "What?" Like what?
Yeah,
mine Peter too, because like they all were like, "What the fuck?"
My mom was mad. She was hot when she saw that.
Like, how'd you kill off the black superhero?
I mean, we still have War Machine.
Oh yeah, I forgot about War Machine.
I can't. War Machine is just the most boring. No, not the. Well, there's still Hawkeye, but he's just one of the most boring characters.
So Hawkeye is somewhere with his family, and Ant-Man was like on house arrest for some reason.
I'm guessing we're gonna get explanation to why he wasn't there in the upcoming movie.
Well, that takes place before Infinity War.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the point.
Yeah.
So it'll probably explain why he wasn't there.
True.
Maybe Hawkeye will show up in that movie.
Who knows?
Right, come out of retirement.
But this is another thing. I'm sure a lot of people, including you guys, are going to disagree with me on this as well. But I can't give Thanos the mantle of best supervillain ever.
What did he say?
Oh, come on.
I'm sorry.
So,
Look,
Come on.
Thanos was really good. He's top 3. But
at least he's in top 3.
I feel like Killmonger had the same amount of emotion, but his stuff was more relevant to me.
Killmonger got screwed out of his royal blood, man.
Like, his stuff was more relevant. His motivations were more relevant to the real world to me.
Mhm.
And he still brought out the same emotion. It may be more than what Thanos did in Infinity War. And I still feel like nobody's ever going to top Heath Ledger's performance in The Dark Knight. Like, that's
DC, though. We're talking about Marvel villains.
I said superhero villains.
Okay.
So, but yeah, as far as Marvel, I'd put him just under Killmonger, and then Thanos, and then Loki. And then the various shit villains can trail behind them.
So wait a minute, question though, Chance. So The Dark Knight is still your favorite superhero movie of all time?
Dark
Knight is amazing.
Still my favorite superhero movie.
Oh man,
I'm
Dark Knight
sorry.
is amazing.
And then I have sorry,
Dark Knight Rises on the other hand.
but then it's Winter Soldier, and then it's Infinity War.
oh my god.
I'm sorry.
It's
just
that's
that
everybody's their own opinion, but
But when I look at it, you gotta look at it this way. If you take the hype out and just look at it from a objective movie standpoint, I feel like those movies are still just a little better. I feel like the stories are a bit more complex, the characters are a bit more fleshed out. But when you take the hype into account, because there's just so much of it in Infinity War and so much of it going into Infinity War, like that's my only thing.
all right, yeah, I respect your opinion. I really do.
I'm sure anybody who's watching this in the comments will be equally respectful.
Oh, good one.
But personally, I believe because at first Logan was my favorite superhero movie.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 was The Dark Knight, and you already know because Heath Ledger and all this stuff. But
Yeah.
Avengers: Infinity War really changed my perspective of superhero movies ever. Because we never really got a story like that ever.
There is no superhero movie with as much scale as Infinity War, and there's not going to ever be another one except for Part 2.
Yeah, Part 2. I hope, I really hope Part 2 was even better because they killed off they killed off Spider-Man, they killed off most of our favorites, fan
They
favorites.
killed off all of the Guardians except for Rocket.
Spider-Man is my favorite Marvel character, so when I watched him die, a part of me died that day.
He'd be right in the field because I grew up watching that guy. I mean, the Spider-Man character.
Yeah.
But yeah, though, with Thanos being in the mix, waiting 10 years for this man to even show up on screen for a long period of time,
aside from Part 2, we're never gonna get a superhero movie like this again.
Oh, this is pretty much done after all that.
Where
you never
where do you
know.
go from here?
You end the phases.
Yeah, is that just going to be the end of the MCU at Part 2, or are they going to try to make... Because, it would be nice if they just, gave it a nice, ending, put a bow on it. But these movies make way too much money for them to just be nah, I think we're done,
Yeah, I think they're going to, reboot the series.
The one thing that can help them... The one thing that can help them is that they have Fox now. so they can start putting in the Fantastic Four, the X-Men, Doctor Doom, who's my favorite Marvel villain, and I would like to actually see him done well in a movie just one time.
You didn't like the Fantastic Doctor Doom?
That shitty ass movie.
It's a bad movie, but you gotta admit, when he goes off and start killing people, that was badass.
No.
That was the only good thing about it. That was the only good thing.
I refuse to acknowledge a single good thing about that movie.
It wasn't good.
No, the whole movie was shit, except for when Doctor Doom started killing motherfuckers.
I don't even care.
Okay.
Not quite the best superhero movie, in my opinion, but
I think it is. But the fact that Thanos had a fucking moon, tossed a moon at the heroes, like, I'm like, whoa. The fact that I was able to see like a extended part, because in the trailer, I remember when that leaked footage came in and he had the moon like just coming and I was like, oh my god, this movie gonna be hot, yo. Right after that, when I seen that leak.
Yeah, a meteor of that size should have completely devastated the planet, though. Like, everybody except Thanos should be dead.
Also, Iron Man, without the suit, Tony Stark can breathe in space for some reason.
Oh, well, he might have made upgrades to the suit after that one incident at the end of Avengers. He's like, you know what? If I'm ever in space, I'd like to not die.
True. Yeah. Well, he did give Spider-Man that suit because he was going up into the atmosphere and his breathing was killing him.
He was going to die. Like, luckily, Tony had that suit prepared because Spider-Man would have actually died.
Yeah.
He came back. So
list of characters that are definitely not coming back. Gamora, obviously.
Loki, he's done.
Loki is not coming back.
That was so sad.
I say Mantis is done.
Mantis? Wait, did she?
I don't think
she's disappeared. Like, every Guardian disappeared.
Right. Well, all the people that disappeared are coming back. I don't know. A lot of people are saying that Vision is done.
Oh, yeah, Vision. Paul Bettany, he's done, yeah.
I feel like they could find, like, an alternate power source for him and, like, rebuild him because he is a machine.
True.
They need to lay that machine to rest because he's been through so much. Like,
he'd be like, nah, just let me die.
Like, I died twice last time. What the
they gonna bring me back again? Like,
yeah, he'll be like how the Hulk was in this movie. You know how the Hulk just didn't want to come out.
Yeah,
he was scared.
I was mad. I was kind of mad that they didn't want to like bring him out because that would have been like crazy. Like round two,
Thanos, his ass beat by Thanos.
I swear, this is the first time in like the Hulk's entire history that I could say that the Hulk was a bitch.
Yeah.
Every time, no.
Come on out. No.
Not just a bit. He was Thanos' bitch.
Like that one punch to Hulk, and you can see the Hulk's face. Like, what the fuck?
Shook. The rest of the movie just shook.
Yeah. Oh, the end credit scene, like where they're calling on Ms. Marvel.
First of all, fuck Captain Marvel. I hate her. I don't like Captain Marvel at all.
Okay.
Look, I don't know. I don't think any of you guys were, but there was a Civil War II comic event, and she was just a complete bitch in that book, and I fucking hate her.
What do you mean? What did she do?
Basically, they found this Inhuman that had the ability to see things before they happened, and Captain Marvel basically used him to arrest criminals before they would complete crimes.
So Minority Report then?
But, it became apparent that he wasn't 100% accurate, but she still was like, fuck it, whatever, basically. And that's basically how the second Civil War thing started. And I don't like her.
Well, comics, though, she hasn't done it yet.
Oh, well, we'll see. We'll see. As far as until proven otherwise, fuck Captain Marvel.
Okay.
You heard the chance. Fuck Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Infinity War too. But anyways, guys, I'm Dion with his thinking. Go on my channel, Subscribe and shit.
I'm here.
Right.
If I check out my channel, sub and all that stuff.
I'm
Alright.
Chance Glenn, and bye.
Ah!
Somebody's gonna have to edit out all those awkward silences.
Yeah, no, because
Those
like we were
bloopers
so
at the beginning,
into this joint, though. We were so into this joint.
But those bloopers in the beginning, though, they gotta be put in there in the beginning.
Yeah. Why we always have a intro snafu.